The Crew 2. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Take on the American motorsport scene as you explore and dominate the land, air and sea across the entire USA. With a wide variety of cars, bikes, boats and planes, complete in a wide range of driving disciplines. Yes guys, it's the Crew 2. I couldn't stand the Crew 1, but hey, I've got to have a look at the Crew 2. I played the beta and I didn't like that, but I thought I would play the full game because you need to review these things, because there's a lot of people going to sink a lot of money into this and they need to know what it's like. They need to know from someone who isn't brainwashed, who isn't deluded, who isn't a sellout, who isn't just a brown-nosing piece of shit that will give everything a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Do you know, I've read 2 reviews on this today. Both of them slated the game in every possible way. Then they give it a 7 out of 10 and an 8 out of 10. What the f***? I'll tell you why. It's because they're scared. They're scared of the little fanboys. I didn't get a code for this. I did ask, but obviously why would I get a code for this? So I had to buy the fucking gold edition just so that I could get this fucking review out before the game actually launches, so people will maybe save the money, or maybe, hey, that's the game I'm after, and go and buy it. So the things I do for you guys. So let's start with how it looks. It looks fantastic, I think. I mean, I just do. I just think the cars, the modelling on the cars is brilliant. The interiors is brilliant. It has cockpit view, which is brilliant, except for the fact that the mirrors don't work. Lazy programming, lazy console programming. That's what that is. That is console programming. Oh, we can't be bothered to do it for the PC people, even though all the other big driving games manage admirably on PC with fully working mirrors. Test Drive Unlimited 2 even had fully working mirrors, and that was years and years ago, and that was a huge open world as well, and PCs were hardly anywhere near as powerful as they are now. But the game does look great, and it is very, very well optimized, guys. You get such an amazing sense of speed playing this game. It's one of the best games I've ever played for sense of speed. It is just exhilarating, blasting down the streets in a Ferrari or something. It is just really, really well done, the actual speed. It doesn't matter whether you're racing from behind, whether you're in the cockpit or on the bonnet, you get that sense of speed. You get it on boats as well. You even get it in the planes. It's such a they've done it so well. The game just flies along like shit off a shiny shovel. It really does. It is just blistering when you're playing this game, which adds to the immersion, which is a good thing. It's just a shame that the rest of the game's a rancid pile of fucking hippo dung. It really is boring as fuck, this game. I mean, I can't describe how boring this game is. I was literally crying nearly yesterday playing this, because I had to play it all day just to get you this review, and I've had to play it again this morning. I wanted to get quite a way into the game. I wanted to level up, if you like, because what you have to do, guys, in this game, it's another look at us, we're on social media game. It's bullshit. The voice acting as well, by the way, is atrocious, but let's get on with what you have to do in the game. You do all these events. There's boat racing, there's power boat racing, there's stunt boat racing, if you like, there's stunt aerobatics, there's car racing, bike racing, rallycross, there's drag there's all kinds of different disciplines, as they're called in this, and they're all pretty much done on the streets, except for boat racing, which is done in the water. And what you do, you have to earn followers. Now, these are your likes. Like, comment and subscribe. You know, you have to do that, and then the more likes you get, the more events will open up to you. You also get rewarded with money for winning races or completing a discipline where you might have to get in the third place, first, second or third. You'll get money and you'll get loot drops. Now, the loot drops are just bog standard basic car upgrades. There is no need to even worry about whether I have to put different gear ratios on a different type of exhaust, which one should I fit. It's just absolute upgrades for kindergarten. That's what it is. It's just follow the pretty colours, and whichever one's furthest right, put on your car. It is just, you don't even need to read anything about the upgrade. It's just, oh, it's further right than the one that I've got, so that means it's better. Okay, I'll click it and put it on, and you just press a button and it's on, and it makes your car go faster or accelerate faster or handle a little bit better. And you don't need to know what it does, you just put it on. It's just the bare bones basics of car upgrades. The races are so samey, it's just not funny. It really isn't funny. Honestly, when you've done one car race, you've done them all. When you've done one boat race, you've done them all. When you've done a drag race, you've done them all. When you've done an aerobatics thing, you've done them all, because it's all just the same, regurgitated over and over.
I can't tell you how many races I've done. They've all been the same. A lot of them are just bad. A lot of them will be just multiple route races where it's not really a case of skill, it's a case of whether or not you just manage to get lucky and go down this street. You've got to learn the circuits. But fortunately the game encourages you to learn the circuits because it is one huge fucking grind. You see, the problem that this game has, well, it's not a problem, it's a design. It's an absolute design. What they've done is they've made it so that you just can't earn enough money. You just can't earn enough money to just die from race to race to race to race, because you're going to come across a race where it says, oh, you don't have the right vehicle for this race. Go and buy one. All right, okay, how much are they? A few 100,000. Oh, but I've only got a few 100,000. Yeah, well, just spend it then. Okay, I've spent me money and I've bought this car. Right now I can do this particular race. Oh, you want to do the drag race now? Oh, you have to buy a drag race car. Did you not know that? Oh, and you've got no money left. Well, if you just go and redo them other races that you've been doing, just redo them all, and you'll get money again. Oh, but they were boring the first time. Well, they'll be even more boring the second time. Just do that, while the annoying voice is going in the background, So you have to go and grind to get your money, to get your car. Now, it isn't hard. You can do it. The races only last 5 or 6 minutes each, but it's boring. Unless you get your credit card out, guys. Get your credit card out. You don't want to be doing this. Do you really want to be going round that fucking awful circuit again? Just get your Visa out. Go to the Uplay store. Buy in-game credits. Every car in the game, you can buy it. Every plane, every boat. You can have the best in this game. That's the way the game is designed, guys. That's the way the game is designed. It is designed to be a grind, so that you'll go and get your card out and you'll buy in-game currency. Let's have a look at how the cars drive. I'm using a wheel for the cars, a wheel for the boats, and a wheel for the off-roaders. I'm using a controller for the air and a controller for the motorbikes. And I have no problem whatsoever with any of the controls. They work brilliantly in as far as control goes. But force feedback is laughably bad. It is just easily the worst force feedback I've ever seen in a car game. It is atrocious, absolutely atrocious. It makes using a wheel just laughable, but the handling of the cars isn't bad at all. I mean, I've had some great fun going around the circuits and the streets, but the cars kind of handle the same. There's no real difference between them, just little bits here and there. They sound amazing, the cars sound great, but there's not really enough difference between the different car models that you end up driving around, which is a big shame, because there should be. You can alter quite a bit of your steering controls if you go on to pro level in the settings, which just gives you what I would class as the basic stuff that I don't know why it's called pro, bloody hell, but I think what I've come to the conclusion is this is a kids game. It doesn't feel like a game for kind of adults. It all seems to be targeting, I would say, 12, 13-year-olds. It just feels like that. The jokes in it are 12-year-old jokes. The voice acting is awful. The characters in it are all 12-year-old wankers that you just want to slap with a wet fucking kipper. They're just awful people. They're just people that you instinctively hate them all. They are just fucking awful. Absolutely fucking awful. They're just fucking awful.
Still some things you need to work on, but that's okay.
You've been invited to another live extreme race. I'm telling you, being a rising star has its perks.
It has no multiplayer PvP either. I mean, you can't have proper races for cash and things like that against other people. They are coming, but it isn't going to be in until Christmas time, December. So, you can't say Christmas. Oh, fuck. Till happy holiday time, where you get the holiday tree, and you get the holiday tinsel. It's not called Christmas, it's called holiday time. F*** off, you d***ing. But yeah, that's when they're bringing out PvP, and do you know what they've said? It's so they can optimise it better. I don't buy that at all. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's so people won't call this game pay to win, because that's what it would be if it had multiplayer in right now. I think they want to bleed the shit out of the game as far as the crates is concerned. But they're not crates, they're microtransactions. I think that's what they want to do, and they just knew that if they'd put multiplayer in, everybody would be saying pay to win, because you can just go and buy that car, which is better than the car that I've got. That's the reason, guys, in my opinion. Yeah, and it's just, you can just tell this game was designed by greedy fuckers. You just can't. I mean, the whole way you can get 3 days access if you buy the gold edition. You know, just everybody's going to be going to buy the gold edition now. Fuck off, man. So there you go, guys. The game it's got a big open world. You can play co-op with your friends. You can cruise around, and I have had fun in the game. I'm not going to lie to you. It isn't a horrific game. It's just a boring game. Everything's samey. Once you've driven around the island a bit and done a couple of coast to coasts with your mates, there's nothing really to keep you going. The voiceovers is awful. The characters is absolutely vomit-inducing. The races are very, very samey. The physics of the cars is just trash in the sense that if you crash into a wall, you just bounce off the fucker. There's nothing happens at all. The damage is just cosmetic. It's just awful. And honestly, guys, the rubber banding is laughable in this game. It's absolutely fucking laughable. If you slow down on purpose, all the people who were going at breakneck speed just say, "Oh, we'll wait for you, Mac. Wait, everybody slow down, Max. Mac's in trouble. Slow down. Oh, here he comes. Right, floor it again, floor it." It's just awful. The racing, it's just not good. It's just not good. The racing is just trash, I'm afraid to say. It's just not a great car game. If you must buy this, guys, I would at least wait till it comes on sale, because I don't think it's worth any of the prices that's been banded around. The cheapest version of this is £50. It ain't worth £50. Not in a million fucking years, is it? So buyer beware. You've heard the good, the bad, and the fucking ugly. Where's Neil gone? Shit! There's a tree. I always fuck it up. I always fuck it up. Fuck off. I always fuck it up. I'm last. All last. Everything I've done from get out the way, you prick. Which way is going? You know something, don't you? Yes. Out the way. 91%. Where? I can't see. I can't see for Neil's ass. There it is. There it is. Now come on. Come on. Don't f it up. I'm gonna f it up. I'm gonna f it up. I've talked my way out of it. I've f it up already. Even though I can't see with my eyes. Right, round here. Round here. Round here. Come on. The concrete pillar. The concrete pillar. Fucking turbo. Don't come past this rubber band. Come on. Come on.